What's up, guys? Adamsaurus here for this week's review. This week I picked an album I actually got while I was on vacation the other week. It's called The End Is Near, Consider Yourself Warned by the band Within. Now, Within's a band that none of you have probably ever heard of. I mean, heck, I didn't even hear of these guys until I really looked at the CD. I got it for $1 at a used record store, so it was a good deal. The reason I picked it up, Within is a band that was signed to Strike First Records in the early 2000s. For those of you that aren't acquainted with Strike First Records, they are a sub-label of Facedown Records, and Facedown Records is a Christian hardcore punk and metal label that I actually have a lot of respect and admiration for, and I really enjoy their output. So when I saw that this was had the Strike First Records logo on the back, I was like, it's $1, why not? Because, you know, the output's generally pretty good. I wasn't expecting anything mind-blowing, but this is actually probably one of the better albums I've heard lately. Where to start, I guess. The music itself is very traditional mid-2000s post-hardcore, in a similar vein to, like, Circa Survive, maybe, except heavier. Or Kiss for Jersey would be a good comparison. Or to a really, really, really minor extent, Emery. I really dig Emery, so I think that's why I like these guys. They're not as good as Emery, but they're same ballpark. Maybe on third base if Emery's on second. The way the music is put together, it's relatively simple. No super techy guitar work, no super techy drums, just straightforward post-hardcore rock type stuff. There are breakdowns in it, but they're very tastefully and, in a lot of cases, sparingly used. Like, this album isn't a chug fest, you know? Like, there's only like 3 breakdowns I can think of in the whole thing. I'm sure there's more, but off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. The guitar work is good. They use a lot of harmonies in this, which is nice, I thought, because a lot of post-hardcore bands don't do harmonies, so that's kind of neat. Like I said, breakdowns here and there, nothing fancy. The thing I have to say about this, my only complaint, is some of the songs towards the end of the album drone together a bit, and the clean singing in this is actually better than the scream vocals. The scream vocals kind of grate on me after a while, which is weird because that's normally not something that happens to me. Like, they're not bad, but they're just... The guy who... I'm not actually sure if it's the same guy. I should probably look that up. But whoever they have screaming, he can scream, but he sounds like he's really forcing it, which is fine, I guess. Probably not good for his voice, but it just clashes with a lot of what they're trying to do with the music. The lyrics, from what I've read, they're all, you know, pretty standard Christianish lyrics, and some positive stuff too. Nothing super cringeworthy or cheesy, but nothing that's gonna, like, light your fire. The big sticking point for this album is the music. Like, the music is what makes this album stand out, in my opinion. It's not the best post-hardcore album I've ever heard, but it's definitely was a pleasant surprise for something I picked up for $1. I feel like these guys were an overlooked gem back in the day, but I blame oversaturation of the scene at that point. I mean, the album was released in 2006, and if you know anything about the 2006 metalcore post-hardcore scene, that was when bands like Under Oath and Hawthorne Heights, Silverstein, Emery, Alexis on Fire, that's when those guys were at, like, their peak. So this got buried under all the bands who are admittedly really good too, but I think if these guys would have had more time to develop, they probably could have been really, really good. This is one of those bands, to my knowledge, I think that this is the only thing they only released. I could be wrong on that. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I really, really dug this, though, and it's almost a shame they didn't put out anything else. Like I say, if you like post-hardcore, especially early to mid-2000s post-hardcore, you'll probably like this. It doesn't do anything new, but it does it very, very well executed, and I find it more engaging than a lot of people. If you like Emery, Kiss for Jersey, Alexis on Fire, Silverstein, and more modern, if you like Amity Affliction, because they remind me of Amity Affliction's Chasing Ghosts album a little bit, you will probably enjoy these guys. If you can find a copy of this album on iTunes, or if you can find it on a streaming service, give it a listen. It is fantastic. You will not regret it, and if you do, you must have been raised by Ewoks, because who regrets good music? Better to take a chance and see if you find something you like than not. So yeah, that's my review on this week's album. I hope you guys like it. Oh, right. For those of you that already saw, this is old news to you. I posted this on Facebook. I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week now. One is going to be my traditional music review. The other one is going to be a new series I'm doing called Adamsaurus Talks About, which I have other interests besides my gigantic wall of music here. You can see some of them right there. If you look, I collect Transformers and Ty Beanie Babies because I'm apparently a 90s kid stuck in a grown man's body. There's stuff that I have, like games, books, etc., Transformers, that I want to show you guys because I think they're cool. And I'm just going to start doing a series once a week where I'm going to be like, you know, this is this week's cool thing. This is what's cool about it. No gameplay play footage. No, nothing like that. I'm too stupid with technology to do anything like that. But like I said when I first started doing these videos, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I want to do it anyway. So, and you guys are coming along for the ride with me. So be on the lookout next week for, well, I guess it'd be this coming week if you're watching this on Sunday. Maybe this week, depending on when you're watching it. The week of the 24th is my first Adamsaurus watches. So, or I'm sorry, Adamsaurus Talks About. And I'll probably be talking about a PS3 game. That's what I have the script written for, so I hope you guys enjoy hearing me ramble about something I have no idea about, just like you do every week. Have yourselves a great day.